just recording a video, bear with me one moment please. So it's been a while. Hello guys, welcome back. I'm terribly sorry that it's been a good 2 years since I've uploaded my last YouTube video. A lot's changed since then. I now have a fringe that I can't keep control of. I have a degree now. Last time you saw me, I was making videos in my uni bedroom, and now I'm back home, just currently working full time. I believe that is called adulting. So recently I decided that as I'm now a fully fledged adult, I should be doing adult things. Paying bills, making my own food, paying for a holiday where my parents aren't there. Some of you who already know me will know that I have not been on a holiday in 9 years. I have not been on a holiday in 9 years. And when I say a holiday, I mean going abroad to relax and actually have fun. I have actually been abroad when I was in my last year at school, but that was mainly for work. That was to do performing in Germany. So it wasn't really a holiday. So I have been abroad in the last 9 years, but I haven't been on an actual holiday. But I wanted to go on a holiday that was 1, cheap, 2, hot, and 3, all-inclusive, because I've never been on a holiday since I was 14. I've not been able to drink alcohol on a holiday. So that's what I wanted. That was one of my main priorities. Priorities, rather. What's priorities? I don't know. So I enlisted the help of my friend Becky, who I absolutely love. She actually goes abroad quite a lot, so I knew that she would be like my port of call for if anything went wrong. She's experienced with airports. As I said, I've not been in an airport for a while. So we booked to stay at the Suneoclub Hotel in Bulgaria. We travelled from Manchester to Sunkissed airport, and it was about, I'd say, 3 to 4 hour flight. I can't really remember all the details. Mind you, I'm recording this in the beginning of August, and we actually went at the beginning of June. So yeah. A lot of research about the Suneoclub Hotel. I didn't really know like whereabouts it was. It turned out to be the last stop on our coach transfer, so that was a bit grueling because we were on that coach for about an hour and a half. Luckily it was at night, so we weren't too hot, but we were just kind of like, we've just been on a flight, I want to go to bed like now. So when we arrived at the hotel, I was actually really impressed because I really liked the whole modern feel of it. The colour scheme was white and orange, and it was just so relaxing. When I walked in there, I felt like I was at some sort of spa, and I've never been to a spa, so that just shows everything. So we had booked a room for 2 adults. So a room for 2 adults is essentially a family room that we got. So we had a really nice double bed in our room, and we had 2 single beds which doubled as sofas in the main room. You had the TV in the main room, and then you had a TV in the bedroom as well. We struggled to navigate the TV, but we were able to find like an MTV music channel, which was amazing because it didn't actually have any adverts. So it was essentially listening to Spotify without having to pay for the premium. So one of the main features that caught my eye about this hotel was the fact that you had the really nice pool area with all the sun lounges and a bar and a little mini restaurant and everything. And then you had the beach literally a few steps away. And that really caught my eye because I do feel like when you go on a holiday, you want to mix between poolside and beachside. The main purpose of this holiday was to do nothing and not feel bad about it. Because if you do nothing at home, you can feel either really good or really rubbish about it because you think, I've just wasted my entire day lying in bed, or I've just had the best day of my life, I didn't have to do anything. as much as I love the beach, this beach wasn't the best one I've been to, because the beaches in Bulgaria are more rocky beaches, so it's not like the ones where you go to Mallorca and you can actually walk out into the water and like just soak your feet into the sand. It's actually quite painful. I bruised the bottom of my feet. Becky had cut up all her leg because the rocks were getting pushed back into her from the quite vicious waves that we actually had when we were there. There's some really strong waves. Were really nice and really friendly, and they made sure to get our bedding changed. I think every 2 nights it was. They made sure to strip the bedding, because to be honest I don't think bedding needs to be stripped every night, because we kept our room in good nick, let's say. Had to make sure our towels were changed every day, and every time they changed our towels it was so cute because they'd arranged them in like little swans and little animals and everything, and it done my head in. What absolute babes. Look at that, Beck. Becky wasn't that impressed, but as I said, I'm easily pleased, so I was loving life. Now the evening entertainment was rather good, unless you're the kind of person who just wants to chill out with your friends and have a drink and not really do anything, then you could probably go into the bar area, but we actually went to Bulgaria during the World Cup, so every day there would be a football match on. What were the best drinks to have here, because they did have, I think, about 6 or 7 cocktails as part of the all-inclusive package, and then the cocktails out of that you'd have to actually pay for. So we tried at least one of every all-inclusive cocktail, and the trouble is that I don't know what it was, but the members of staff in the bar don't do measures, so they just chuck in as much alcohol as they want. It was literally making a cocktail using the 2 shots of vodka vine.
2 shots of vodka?
I do like a bevy, and I like a strong bevy, but it's very hard to enjoy one's bevy when you actually can't swallow one's bevy. You could not drink it, and I was quite sad because I'd been waiting 9 years to go on a sesh holiday. I think there was only one night where we actually got really drunk, and that was plainly because we'd discovered that the best thing you can have in this hotel is lemon slushy vodka. We had about, I can't even remember how many we had, but it was on I think the Wednesday night, and we got absolutely smashed, and it was amazing, but we were feeling it the next day. But the next day it was actually raining. That's what we get for booking a holiday in June. The June weather is not going to be guaranteed sunny all the time. So from the Thursday to Friday, the weather was not great. She does not care. Oh, there's 2. No fucks given. with the bag of Lays and pillows on the sofa. Just chill. Feed me. I'm hungry. We haven't had our afternoon snack. We haven't had our afternoon nap. We haven't had any snacks. Any naps. We haven't even had a lime soda. The food that they had was actually like a buffet style, all inclusive, so you pick anything that you want, and they did have a good selection of food each night. Like you'd have the consistent items that they'd have every night, so like pasta, chips and everything else, but they did try to offer as many variations of food as they possibly could. They even had sushi one night, and anyone who knows me knows that I love sushi. And I did see this on the website when we were booking the hotel that they sometimes offer sushi, and I was a bit hesitant on it, but it was actually really nice. Like you could tell it was properly made, so I was really happy about that. They also had wine, beer and soft drinks on tap, which were great. But on the Sunday night we actually had a traditional Bulgarian dance performance happen, which was quite hilarious because I ended up getting roped into joining in. So yeah, but no, they were great and we had a good time and we had a laugh and everything. It was absolutely lovely. Something that we decided to do on the first day we got there is an excursion day. So an excursion day, if you don't know what they are, is basically where you have a day outside of the hotel. So most holiday reps will list off all the things that you could do outside the hotel, and they'll take you out for the day. We chose the photo safari, they called it, which was basically a off-roading 4x4 day. I think it was from about 9 o'clock till about 1:30, where they just drove us around Tsarevo and then took us to Suneoclub and took us to the Velika River. We did actually travel all the way from Tsarevo to the Turkish border, which was actually quite fascinating. That they had two big flags, one with the Bulgarian flag, one with the Turkish flag, and it was just so mad to think.
Yeah. I'm hot. I'm tired. There's no pool here. I need a beverage. Send Bev. Let's get bevved. Let's get bevved. Ooh.
really fun, like the drive, I loved that, and you got to take a load of videos for you guys. One aspect of this off-roading trip that I didn't 100% enjoy was the fact they decided to take us to a honey farm. I don't like bees, I don't like wasps, I don't like anything that particularly stings you, so I didn't know how to feel. Becky was all for it. Becky actually held one of those like honeycomb kind of things with all the bees in it, and I was quite sad I didn't get any footage of that because I didn't want to go anywhere near the bees. All the footage I have here is from zooming in quite far just to get you guys a glimpse of what we were doing. I'll give them that, it was quite fascinating. I just don't like bees, so I couldn't 100% enjoy it. But what they also had, they had a table full of honey products. So they had like proper honey. They had this cream that you could rub on your skin. It would help like with eczema and everything else. They had some sort of honey drink as well that people were trying out. I didn't particularly want to try that myself because the water was in the car, so if I didn't like it, then I'd have to run all the way back to the car just to go and get a drink and wash it out of my mouth.
Jane, one more time.
Yeah.
So I didn't try any of that, but I did actually bring home a jar of honey from my mum and dad, and it actually tastes amazing because I will give them that. The honey there, the fresh honey, was absolutely gorgeous. On one of the days we decided to actually go into the town of Tsarevo and just explore like the shops that they had, any like touristy kind of spots, and just kind of get some souvenirs for people. And it was quite interesting because they had like a little shuttle bus that had no windows. It was just kind of holes in the walls, and you just kind of stick your arm out and be like, woo! So yeah, we explored Tsarevo and we went to the coast and everything else, and we looked at like touristy spots. I will say there wasn't that much to do in the town of Tsarevo, so it was good to have an explore, but if you're going there to actually do stuff, then there's not that much to do, bless them. So we went back to the hotel and just continued with our relaxation. Overall, I was really happy with my stay, and I would go back to that hotel again, and preferably would go maybe in August time or July, where it would be substantially hotter. Don't get me wrong, the weather was a good 29 to 30 most of the days, but we did have the off chance that it would rain, and I think the week after we actually left, it was consistent rain, and I did actually feel quite bad for the people. As we were leaving, I did feel quite bad that they were going to be staying a week here and it's just going to rain. But no, I had a really good time, and considering it's my first holiday in 9 years, I really enjoyed myself. I got a bit of a tan, I'm not gonna lie though, the weather here while we were away was impeccable. So when I came home, everyone was actually more tanned than me, and I was a bit a bit bitter about that, not gonna lie. I really had fun there and I honestly would go again. And I just want to thank Becky for being like my partner in crime through all this and making this holiday so enjoyable, and I'm actually really excited to go on holiday again in the future. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my holiday. I tried to film as much as I could, but there's only so much you can film on a holiday without looking like a complete weirdo. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and perhaps we'll make another vlog soon, but bye!